Welcome to the Explainer. So today, we're doing something a little different. We're not diving into some huge, dense research paper. Nope. Instead, we're going to deconstruct something super short and direct, an ad. We're going to see exactly how it's built to persuade you, literally, word by word.
So let's start with something we can all relate to, right? That feeling of being at a crossroads. You're not sure about your job, your relationships, just your future. It's totally natural to want some kind of answer, some guidance. And the ad we're looking at, it taps right into that deep, universal need.
And bam, here's the ad's answer. Right out of the gate, the very first line presents itself as the solution. It's not trying to be subtle at all. It's a direct offer. And notice how it frames itself as the answer, not just an answer. It does this by leaning on two really powerful words: expert and guidance.
All right, let's really get into it. The first thing a message like this has to do, absolutely has to, is make you trust it. It needs to establish credibility. And it does that right in the headline, which is basically engineered to build that trust before you even get to the fine print.
So the very first word you see is trusted. And that is no accident, believe me. It's like a preemptive strike. Before you can even think, can I trust this? The ad's already telling you, hey, other people do. It's a clever way to lower your guard right from the start.
Next up, it gets specific. It doesn't just say guide or psychic. No, it says astrologer. This does two things. It defines the exact field of expertise, and it hones in on a very specific audience, people who are already into astrology or are at least curious about it. And then, look at this word, consultation. That choice of word is so important. It makes the whole thing sound professional, organized, and interactive. It's not just a reading where you sit back and listen. Consultation implies a two-way street, you know? It elevates the whole thing to the level of talking to a doctor or a financial advisor. Okay, so the ad has set itself up as this trusted professional service. Now it has to get to the what. What problems is it actually going to solve for you? And it goes straight for the big ones, the anxieties we all feel. It zeroes in on three huge areas: career, relationships, and, well, personal matters. It's actually a brilliant move. These categories sound specific, but think about it. They're so broad they could cover literally any problem you might have. It makes the service seem relevant to pretty much everyone.
So we have the problems. Next, the ad lays out its method. It's careful not to present this as some kind of vague magic. Instead, it frames it as a structured process with a clear set of tools it's going to use to get you those answers.
And here's that toolkit. It's a simple 1-2-3 punch. Step 1, horoscope readings. Step 2, a personalized birth chart analysis. And Step 3, future predictions. This whole structure makes it feel like there's a real system here, right? It builds confidence that the advice you're getting isn't just pulled out of thin air. Now this is where it gets really clever. The ad takes all these services, all these big life problems we just talked about, and boils them all down to one single ultimate benefit. So what's the endgame here? What are you really getting? And there it is, the core promise. It takes all that messy, confusing stuff, career drama, relationship issues, personal struggles, and offers one simple, incredibly powerful outcome: clarity. That's the emotional payoff. It's the promise of going from feeling lost and confused to finally feeling like you understand. Okay, so the hook is set. The promise has been made, the process has been laid out. Now for the most important part from the advertiser's point of view, how do they get you to actually do something? They need a clear, easy way for you to connect. And the ad leaves nothing to chance. It gives you a website if you're a researcher, a phone number if you want to talk right now, and an email if you'd rather write it all down. It offers all these different options to remove any excuse, any friction. It makes taking that next step super, super simple. Which brings us to the big takeaway here. This whole persuasive message is built from just a handful of words. But when you break it down, you can really see the architecture behind it all, from building trust to naming a problem, to offering a simple, clean solution. It's a great reminder that when we understand how these messages are built, we get a lot better at evaluating the promises they're making, no matter what they're about.